Well, okay, guys, welcome back. So sometimes the universe hands you a meditation idea, and as you can see, we're going to go with a still image this time, and we're going to be with Loki. Again, we're going to start with a story. If you want to pause and get changed and get your snack and drink before that, go ahead. If you want to listen to the story and pause later, go ahead, do that too. I got a message today on a video, and it was it was really nasty. And it was basically like, I think all of you people who claim to talk to the gods are crazy. And it was not anything you want to hear, because you can never prove that you communicate to the gods. It's just one of those things you can't prove. You have to have faith. You have to have faith, and you have to have faith in the signs that you receive, and you have to have faith in, I do Pinterest, I do weather, I do a million billion types of signs so that the gods can, you know, communicate as effectively as possible. I do angel numbers, I do my horoscope, I do, some of us do kind of communication where, for me, it comes through as like words and sometimes images. But, I don't know how the God's sending that. I can't say that, yes, they're standing right behind me talking to me. They might be like 3 existences away sending that. I don't know. It feels like they're close, but it could just be, I'm sending you this from where I am, and of course you're going to feel me because it's coming from me. So, the one thing I can say is that, sometimes these abilities, because, not everybody has the same abilities, take years. Years, guys. They take years. There are a billion different ways to communicate. Like I said, there are angel numbers, there's tarot, some people use Ouija, some people use pendulum. I use that as well. Some people just don't get anything, especially if you have a condition where you don't dream and you can't think in images. I forget the name. It might not come through for you that way, but that's okay. We all have different things. Some people do the runes really well. It took me 2, 3, 4 years to be okay at the runes, to be good at the runes. Good-ish, but if I had given up on the first day, it wouldn't have worked. And, a lot of people, when you tell them, hey, this might take years for you. For every person that just a god started communicating with them through thoughts or images or through signs or something, or dreams or whatever, for every person like that, there are 100 people that have to kind of like stumble around in the dark until they find their way. Your way might not be my way. Your way might be music lyrics, or some people smell things. Some people just get nudges. Some people really never get words. Whichever way you communicate, it's all equal. You have to know that it's not like if you get images or words, you're better than someone that gets reliable tarot. Believe me, I would love to have reliable tarot. Sometimes my tarot's like, no, I ain't talking to you today. Some people have reliable pendulum. You will find your way. It might take weeks or months or years, but if you don't start now, you never will. And some people don't want to, kind of put that work in. And, there's Loki 101 on this channel that if you guys want to go to that, to learn, like, here is how you can start opening the door. At first, yes, we use imagination. A really easy thing, I might as well tell you now, because not everybody's going to go look at that, is to imagine. So we're going to make that the meditation. So because some people might not ever go do that, imagine talking to Loki. So Loki's right here with us. I go, yeah, and he has us in this beautiful garden. So go ahead, pause, because we're going to move into the meditation. Okay, did you guys get ready? Did you get your comfy clothing and everything on? And I almost forgot. Let's begin with our breath. I go, why do we do this? I'm like, I don't know. It's traditional. Let's stress off. I got, oh, okay. Let's all breathe in. This is not a contest, guys. Just do what you can. Breathe in, please. And let it all go. And as we're here in this garden with Loki, imagine, because that is how this process starts. You have to have an open heart, an open mind, and imagination. Imagine you're here with Loki, and he's really excited because we're all going to talk to Loki, and we're going to imagine, as we're doing this meditation, what meditation works best for us. Maybe you might not get anything during the music. Don't panic. It might come to you a day or so later. Sometimes people meditate and nothing comes right away and they get upset. Sometimes I get an answer with 3 or 4 days of processing. That's what I get. But he says, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you get thoughts or images or tarot or playlist or anything else. We communicate. And he's emphasizing to all of us that the gods are always trying to communicate, always trying to communicate, and they will use whatever they have to use, which is sometimes why we humans get confused. Loki would be the first god that if he had to use a Bible passage to get your attention, he would. Again, yes, 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 yes. And he's nodding encouragingly. They will use everything, and random gods may be trying to get your attention. Like if you're starting to see certain numbers all the time, or starting to see certain animals all the time, if you do Pinterest or whatever you do, or you do YouTube, and all of a sudden these animals are just falling out of the sky. Look it up. It might not be a specific message, from a specific god. It might be like you might be seeing dogs everywhere, and you might go look up that dog and you contact the god, no response. But what do dogs represent? Courage, bravery, loyalty, patience, determination, stuff like that. So during the next couple minutes of music, just relax with Loki by the water and think of you want to communicate. And if you have great communication, just take the time to thank Loki and thank him for all the communication you're having. But be open to whatever you get as a response. Sometimes, I'm again getting a gentle nudge of we sometimes push the gods back because they respond in ways we don't want to have them goodness, the traffic outside. I'm doing this in a snowstorm yet. We sometimes get a response we didn't want. We might decide we want to be great at tarot and we get tea leaves. Or we might decide we want to have the gods appear to us physically. I don't think it actually happens outside of movies. And instead we get thoughts and images in our head. Or, we might want that and we get reliable rune or reliable whatever. It's all good, guys. It's all equal. Don't beat yourself up for not having what you want. You can always work on that skill. Just be happy for the one you have now and gain enthusiastic nods and go from there. And if there's something I didn't list and it works for you, just go with it. Don't worry. There is many ways to receive messages as there are people on this planet. I go, yeah! So during the next couple minutes, just chill out with Loki, and we will meet you guys on the other side. Getting laughter. I, I stopped. I do these bumpers, the beginning, the intro and the outro. And I'm just like waiting. I stopped the recording and I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm like, oh yeah, I have to record the outro. So hopefully you guys got some good communication. My communication between my brain and everything else isn't going too good. And Loki says, you guys did a good job. You know what happens next. And if you want to take a item around you or anything else, or you want to imagine Loki coming up to you with your permission and putting a small item in your hand, it can be anything you wish, and saying, every time you hold this, I want you to I got Becker. Maybe we need to change that voice. Then how would they tell it's you? I go, oh yeah. You know, every time you hold this, please stop helping. Every time you hold this, I want you to think of me, and I want you to think of me always being with you. So he is going to be with you. We probably do have to work on that voice, but mine's nowhere near as deep as his is. I'm getting laughter and cheers back there. So he is always going to be with you, and be open during the next couple days, weeks, months to what kind of communication there's aside for you right now. Whatever kind of communication comes to you. It might be trucks driving by outside, driving me crazy as I'm trying to record. It might be a clock going off in your meditation. There are always signs out there for you guys. You just have to be open to them and, accept that a lot of times they're going to be really tiny. They're going to be like maybe a Pinterest pin or a video on YouTube or just something tiny and small. If we're always waiting for that big grand sign, that big grand way of communicating, we might be waiting for a while. Start with what you have and you can always build and get more ways of communication. We hope you guys have liked this one. If you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you later. Bye bye.